Every great story starts with a spark. Ours start with motion, light, and vision inside Blender 3D. Welcome to MagicReelMedia. Today, I'm giving you a complete walkthrough of how I created this cinematic truck animation, from plugin installation to lighting, camera, and more. Before we begin, let's take a look at our animation. This video will guide you step by step through the major building blocks, and if you're ready to dive deeper, I've made an in-depth chapter-based course now available on Buy Me a Coffee for less than the cost of a coffee, of course. By supporting it, you will help me keep creating high-quality Blender content, and in return, you'll gain access to training as well as project files to get you going and experiment with. If you're ready, let's get into it. Before building anything, we need our tools. Blender is great on its own, but with the right add-ons, it becomes unstoppable. We begin by installing 3 free plugins. Number 1, Blender Kit, an amazing asset library built into Blender. With a free plan, you get access to hundreds of models, materials, and HDRIs. We'll use this heavily throughout our scene. Number 2, Rig a Car, a vehicle rigging add-on that sets up suspension, steering, and wheel animation with just a few clicks. This is how we'll bring our truck to life. Number 3, Camera Shakeify, a small but powerful tool that adds realistic handheld motion to your camera, helping you break away from the robotic camera moves. Don't worry, you'll find links to all these in the description below. Every story needs a road. Ours isn't just a path, it's the backbone of our scene. Using Blender Kit, we download a procedural road asset. It's highly customizable, meaning we can stretch it, curve it, change all the settings that we ever need to suit our needs. I'll show you how to adjust the geometry and the geometry node settings and the modifier applied to it to fit your camera angle and the scene size. We'll also explore how to keep the road performance friendly so it won't slow down our workflow. This road will be the guide to our truck's path animation later on. Not just that, later on we'll also displace the road, give it a bit of bumps and details so that our car animation feels more alive. Now that we have laid the road, it's time to give the world, or our scene, some life. We begin bringing the city buildings from Blender Kit, choosing a mix of styles for variety. But here's the trick, we don't duplicate them the usual way. Instead, we use instancing using Alt+D or Alt-D. This creates multiple copies that don't eat up memory because Blender treats them as one. I'll walk you through how to place them strategically to guide the viewer's eye and maintain scene optimization. It's a powerful trick when you're working with large environments. Props are like spices in a recipe. They add flavor, realism, and charm. We'll download street props from Blender Kit, of course, like benches, signs, street poles, and scatter them all along the sidewalks. You'll learn how to use and reuse the props with instancing again, and how to rotate or scale them for variety. I'll show you how to avoid uniform placement and create natural variations in your city. This is where your scene really starts feeling alive. Lighting changes everything. It tells the mood, the time of the day, and even the genre. We'll bring in street lamps from Blender Kit of course, and use instancing again to keep things optimized. Then we will tweak the world settings, ambient light intensity, and even the slight color temperature shifts. I'll show you how to use warm versus cool tones to direct emotion and make your scene feel more cinematic. Lighting is one of the most underappreciated skills in 3D, but in this walkthrough, you'll see its power. Nothing makes a scene feel more cinematic than atmosphere. We'll add volumetric fog to the scene, something light and subtle that blends beautifully with our lighting. I'll show you how to create a simple cube, assign a volume, scatter shader, and control density and fall off. The fog helps separate the background from the foreground, making the scene feel more layered and real. Even small adjustments can have a massive impact on the mood and how it looks. This truck isn't just a model, it's our main character. We dive into material editing to make it stand out. We'll learn how to isolate individual lights like the headlights, side indicators, and tail lights, and assign different emission colors, materials, and so on. Warm whites in the front, amber on the sides, and deep red for the back tail lights, just like real-world automotive lighting. We also adjust the paint shader slightly to give it a more polished, reflective surface. We'll also add some external area lights, or let's say spotlights, to give the light a bit more glow and feel. Now it's time to bring the truck to life, literally. Using Rig a Car add-on, I'll guide you step by step through rigging the vehicle. We assign wheels, set up suspension, and configure the steering system so it can react naturally. It may look or sound technical, but once you understand the basics, it's actually pretty intuitive and easy. At the end of this section, your truck will be fully drive ready. The rig is ready, the road is waiting. Let's move. We'll create a Bezier curve and make the truck follow it using Blender's follow path constraints. You'll learn how to fine-tune the timing of the movement and how to loop it or make it stop naturally. We'll also adjust wheel rotation so it syncs perfectly with the speed of the truck. By the end, you'll have a smooth, professional vehicle animation. A real road is never perfectly smooth, and neither should ours be. We add displacement modifiers to the road to simulate bumps and dips. I'll show you how to use a noise texture as a displacement map and how to control the scale and intensity for realism. This subtle change adds an incredible amount of believability to your animation. The truck will now react more naturally to the road beneath it. What you build is one thing, how you shoot it, that's storytelling. We'll create a cinematic camera rig, tweak the focal length for that sweet depth of field, and adjust FPS and resolution for render quality. We parent the camera to the rig so it follows perfectly. This makes sure your shots stay dynamic without needing constant keyframing. You'll also learn how to frame your subject like a cinematographer. Perfectly smooth cameras don't exist in the real world. Real cameras shake. And now, so will yours. With Camera Shakeify, we'll add natural, organic camera movement. I'll show you how to adjust shake frequency, strength, and even simulate handheld camera drift. This final step takes your animation from polished to cinematic realism. Your scene will feel grounded, raw, and powerful. And just like that, we have walked through the entire creation process, from installing plugins to crafting a cinematic vehicle animation inside Blender. But this walkthrough was just a taste, and please let me know down in the comments if a short walkthrough is what you need and it does help you. If not, then I'll work on it and create maybe much more deeper walkthroughs for you guys. Speaking of going deeper, if you really want to build it side by side with me, chapter by chapter, step by step, check out the full course on Buy Me a Coffee. You'll not only unlock the full training, but help me keep creating powerful Blender tutorials that push creative boundaries. Thanks for being here. Please let me know down in the comments what you liked and disliked and how you want my future walkthroughs to be. With that out of the way, this is MagicReelMedia signing off. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.